guys, super quick recipe for some yummies to munch on while you're watching TV at night. 8 ounces of cream cheese at room temperature, a half a cup of creamy peanut butter. We're going to mix these up. In case anybody is wondering, I have a KitchenAid, but I try to save that for the big jobs, and I save my little hand mixer for the small tasks like this. Just check this out. You get your beaters in this little base, right? You also get a whisk and 2 dough hooks. When you're not using them, or the ones you aren't using currently, they go in this. When you're all done, you pop your mixer right in there. There's a little slot for the cord, and everything's stored in one spot. Everything's in here, all set up nice and neat here on the counter. Takes up little space. I love this thing. I think I got it at Walmart. I'm not sure. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that. It is Black & Decker. Use a little mix here. Okay. We are not wasting anything on these beaters. Okay. My husband's outside mowing the lawn, or he would be licking those beaters. There we go. Okay, now that you got it mixed, it's a much lighter color, of course. Very creamy. And now the hard part. You gotta put them in the freezer after we've thrown them in the balls for a whole hour. And you want them to be frozen balls, so they are much easier to dip that way. So what we're gonna do, so I'm gonna see if I can use a small ice cream scoop to make these peanut butter balls. I don't want them to be too big. So let's see. This will work. Yeah, looks like it's working. They're a good size. This is what I use whenever I make chocolate chip cookies. We're back. Our peanut butter cheesecake balls have been in the fridge for about an hour. I opted for the fridge because I didn't have room for a tray like this in my freezer. Most side-by-sides don't have that kind of space. So I've begun melting the chocolate. We're doing this in 30-second increments. And we have 3 cups of chocolate chips and 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. And I do it for about 30 seconds, and then I'll mix it up a little bit. Go back in for another 30. And I will also add a little extra coconut oil to make my chocolate sauce a little bit more liquidy. I like it more liquidy because I think it coats better. And since these are chilled, they're not frozen completely through, but since they're chilled, after you dunk them, you're going to want to put them in your peanuts. If you're dipping these also in chopped peanuts. Put those in my food processor, chopped them up. Let's see how our chocolate's doing. Okay, it's getting there. It's almost ready. Mix it up. And since the chocolate's nice and warm, I am going to add just a little bit more coconut oil. Probably another half a teaspoon. Really doesn't affect the flavor, and it really makes your chocolate shiny, and it liquefies it a little bit better. So about another 10 seconds in the microwave. This should be ready to go. And dip them real quick. So we'll see how that works. All right. One more good stir here. And that chocolate is perfect. All right. See how liquidy that is? That's what you want. A little bit of extra coconut oil will fix that every time. So I'm just going to pick up the ball. I'm going to dunk it in here. And then I'm just going to give it a gentle tap on the side of the bowl. Get the excess chocolate to come off. Okay, and you put it right back down on the paper. And just take a little tiny bit to cover that area on the top. And then I'm going to sprinkle some peanuts. There you go. I'm going to continue that process. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. And a little bit of peanut on this one. And you continue to do that with all of them. And then you want to place them back in your refrigerator just so they solidify a little bit, because as they're chilled right now, when you put them in the warm chocolate, this chocolate's going to harden up pretty quickly. So I'll show you what they look like when they're all done and plated. Here's a finished product, guys. They smell fabulous. If you love peanut butter and you love chocolate, throw in some cream cheese. These are very easy to make. Look at how delicious they look inside, nice and fluffy. And it's a great little dessert. Enjoy. Bon appetit.